Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And the CEO for Disney said that he is perfectly fine and happy with the way EA is treating the Star Wars license for their video games. And that's really interesting considering that their latest game, Battlefront 2, fell below the bar back in 2017. To the result of them having to actually drastically lower the price. They were met with criticism from fans, and isn't Star Wars, or maybe didn't it just used to be, all about satisfying the fans and the rabid fan base? And the fan base is not very happy. They're not very positive about the direction of Star Wars games. There's barely even any Star Wars games. Think about this, folks. You would have thought that with the resurgence of Star Wars, the Disney buyout, and the release of The Force Awakens, you would have thought that the market would have been pelted with a bunch of new Star Wars games. Does anybody remember that when Revenge of the Sith was about to be released, or Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, you know, the market would be flooded by LucasArts with multiple video games. Remember Revenge of the Sith? We had Republic Commando. We had the Revenge of the Sith movie tie-in game. We had, just a few months before, KOTOR 2, The Sith Lords, one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time. It is actually tied with the first KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic game, for my favorite Star Wars game of all time for the original Xbox. So, you know, you have all these different properties. I named a bunch of games. Plus, not only that, but you have the dormant Jedi Knight series that hasn't been continued on since 2003 with Jedi Academy. And EA will not do anything with any of these properties at all. They will not. They're perfectly fine with people just being completely disinterested in the Old Republic. We all know that even though it was being sold to us as a true KOTOR sequel, that was fucking bullshit, or a reincarnation of KOTOR, whatever you want to refer to it as. That is not a real KOTOR game. Still, in 2019, I still long for a true sequel, a Knights of the Old Republic 3. That's what true fans want. And, you know, just to give us these Battlefront games, and the thing is, think about it, we already had a Battlefront series that was 10 times better, you know, several video game console generations ago. They brought the series back to, you know, fans hating it. It started off as a bare bones Battlefield copy, you know, and then what they did was just pelt microtransactions and just make it a complete waste of everybody's time and everyone's money, and it just, you know, it's not doing it. The fans don't like it. They don't like EA. EA was voted the worst company in 2017 as a result, and, you know, how can they still be able to hold on to this license? It's almost fucking criminal that they are in charge of such a beloved franchise with so much potential in the video game market and for the expanded universe. They have completely killed Star Wars from a video game sense. You people want to talk about Disney killing Star Wars. May I suggest that, you know, EA is so much worse. I mean, just so much potential. It's like Rare. You know, they have all these incredible franchises: Banjo-Kazooie, Conker, Perfect Dark, Battletoads, and they choose to do nothing with those properties. I mean, you know, I feel like the cops should be called and the property should be seized. It's just, you know, it's got to be criminal for video gamers and Star Wars fans to have to go through this, because I know it's maddening for me. It's like, I want so much from Star Wars, because I expect so much, because, I mean, look at what we got in the past. We got the Rogue Squadron series, we got Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, the KOTOR series, Republic Commando, all these great Star Wars games, the Pod Racer game. I mean, like, what happened? Shadows of the Empire. Need I go on? Do you need really any more examples of classic Star Wars games that are 10 times, 100 times better than what we're getting nowadays? I mean, is this the best they could do? There's not even any other games being offered. Besides the Battlefront series, there's nothing. This is the best they could do. And, you know, remember when a new film would be released? Remember they were raring to go with new games? You know, remember when Revenge of the Sith and Episode 1 were about to be released? Remember around the time, you know, when Episode 1 was released, they had so many fucking Star Wars games ready to go around that time. I mean, not only was there the fucking Episode 1 movie tie-in game, there was the Pod Racer game. You also had Rogue Squadron being released that same year. I mean, there was so many choices, because Star Wars just got the video game industry excited. All these different developers wanted to throw their hat into the ring, and they just wanted to make some great entertaining games that were really going to please the fans. And, you know, it pleased not only Star Wars fans, but video gamers alike. And that's all I'm asking. Could we get some good fucking games that are not just obsessed with, you know, banking on every last dollar with these slime ball, grimy microtransactions? Is that really so much to ask for, that we get some good games and that we reawaken some of these dormant franchises that they do have access to because they do own the fucking license? I mean, my God, what is going on? And to hear that, you know, the Disney CEO is just hunky-dory with the whole situation, this is a fucking crock of shit. You know, I'm sorry to say, but, you know, this is in large part Disney's fault. They're letting this happen. They're letting them have the property, and they're fucking it up royally. You know, I mean, this is what I said. I've said it years ago. Disney buying up all these different franchises was going to result in disaster. And take a look. That is coming to fruition, folks. So if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like. If you didn't, hit the dislike and tell me why, and click the bell so you get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. Check out some of the other content I have posted here, and thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.